So runner on first, 2 outs. The batter is Lan Yinglun, who got struck out by Jiang Chenyan his last time up. The runner goes and pick up throw, but the first baseman Gao Guoqing screwed up with that ball. So now the runner moves up to the second. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think a balk was called too.
Oh,
Still think Lin Zhiping will be safe over there.
Lan Yinglun lined this one through the hole between first baseman and second baseman, and Lin Zhiping got home to score the first run for the Monkeys. So we talked about that the fans will probably be allowed to have food to eat in the stadium over the weekend. So that brings me to think about what kind of food do you usually eat when you come to Tainan?
Well, last night I talked about beef soup. You know, that's usually the #1 choice when I come to Tainan. However, if for those of you who follow who didn't follow the broadcast for last homestand,
ground ball to third, and the third baseman Lin Li threw it away. So Lin Jingkai now moves up to second, and he's going to third as the outfielder is still trying to deal with that ball. So Lin Jingkai is on third with that errant throw.
Yeah, he's got very good bat control.
2-1. Nicolino deals. He chopped this one, a high bouncer over the head of the shortstop, and Lin Jingkai coming home to score the tying run of this game. So Chen Jiexian got an RBI single here, and I think that's because the Monkeys infield is in, so the shortstop cannot get low. He's swinging a very hot bat right this season, and he lined this one to right field, and the right fielder caught it. The right fielder Chen Chengwei, the speedy guy, caught this ball. Threw one away from first baseman, so that's why Chen Jiexian got an RBI single. And Su Zhijie grounded one to first baseman, but Chen Junxiu couldn't come up with it, couldn't make the play. So the runner moved up to third, and Su Zhijie got himself, I believe, is an infield hit.
Yeah, it should have been an infield hit because Justin Lee.
Now batting at the plate is Chen Yongji. Taiwan bomber. He fly this one high and deep to center field, and it's gone! A grand slam from the Taiwan bomber, Chen Yongji, and the Lions are up in this game, 5-1. What a swing to the center field. The 4th home run for Chen Yongji this season.
Yeah, fastball down in the zone, not really in a bad spot, but Chen Yongji is definitely looking fast. You know, with bases loaded, Chen Yongji becomes super aggressive like any slugger should, and he did not miss this pitch.
He got all over it. It is so far away. And also, the Lions extended their team home run streak to 18 games successfully.
Well, the past 3 hitter from Chen Yongji's homer, all 3 balls has been hit pretty decent.
Now batting Lin Zhijie, he grounded this one to third, and Lin Li threw to home plate and got the runner.
There'll be a block. I won't be surprised if the Lions manager come out and challenge that. He's definitely on a base path.
The Buster Posey rule, so to speak. We actually had some debate over. You can see Jiang Chenyan is really willing to challenge batters in this game. And Guo Yanwen popped this one up in shallow right field, and the shortstop didn't manage to catch it. So Lin Li moves up to second, and Guo Yanwen is on.
Now this Monkeys hitter will get him.
Liao Jianfu, a comebacker. 4-3, and that's the end of this inning. A life-saving double play from Liao Jianfu, and that's the end of the 4th, the top of the 4th. The Lions
revolution that Lions are going through.
Ground this one to third baseman, and Lin Li couldn't come up with it. So I think that's a hit. Yeah,
they'll score that a hit.
Yeah.
But it's something that Ling Li should be able to come up with. Well, it's a small league, you know. Usually, especially local guys, everybody knows everybody. You know, you either play with or against everybody.
Ling Anke lined this one to the gap at the right center field and rolls to the wall. And this one will bring 2 runners back to home plate. Ling Anke came up big time. 2 RBI double, extending the Lions' lead to 7-1. Must be a great challenge for this young pitcher. Chen Yongji lined this one to left center field. He gets down for another hit, and Ling Anke comes home to score another run for the Lions.
Yeah, 3 straight breaking balls to Chen Yongji. The first one was for balls.
The 30th birthday. Oh, Lin Zujie ripped this one just down the third base line, and it gets down for another hit. The Lions hitters are just scorching hot right now. Lin Zujie, the birthday boy, got a 2 RBI double.
Strikes.
Chen Jing ground this one to first baseman Gao Guoqing, and he throws to the pitcher, not in time. Chen Chengwei grounded this one to second baseman for 6. They got the lead runner out at second, but couldn't get the speedy Chen Chengwei at first.
Yeah, very tough chance by Lin Jingkai, and another good play by the second baseman on his backhand. And
22 of them last year, and this one is driven hard and deep, and it's gone. Well, it's really on call right there. Chen Junxiu hit a 2-run home run off Jiang Chenyan, and that's his 2nd home run of the season. And that's the power we've been talking about with Chen Junxiu.
Yeah, that's what he's capable of. You know, prior to this at bat, I don't think he's been swinging the bat. He's batting for 348, but I don't think he is happy with his performance so far this season. As we can see today and also yesterday, his body language, he actually struck out and broke a bat yesterday out of frustration. So you can tell he's not happy with how he's doing so far. And with his 3-run homer, maybe he started to find a little bit of rhythm.
Yeah, pardon me, it was actually a 3-run homer. So the Monkeys already cut the run deficit from 9 to 6. Into some trouble. Ling Li hit this one hard to right field, and it is gone! 2 home runs for the Monkeys in this inning. Ling Li cut the run deficit from 6 to just 4 runs. And this is also the 3rd home run for Ling Li this season. Just like we've mentioned, this Monkeys lineup, you just can't let them hit. You just have to be really careful all the time.
Right, I think Jiang Chen missed his spot here and to the other side.
A 2-run home run for Ling Li. Ground ball to second base and through the hole. So a base hit for Chen Jiexian, his 2nd hit of the game. Very well. He lined this one through the first base and second base hole, and I think this hit will bring back 2 runners. And the ball got away from the 3rd baseman, so the 3rd run will come in. The Lions extended their lead, and another errant throw from the Monkeys defense. So Chen Yongji ran around the base to get home to score the 4th run on this play. So it's a chaotic play for the Monkeys defense.
Yeah, a lot has happened on this play. It's definitely will make the not top 10 on ESPN tonight. It's first of all start off with an excuse me swing by Chen Yong base, and he just throws it to a general direction of 3rd base, and he ended in no man's land. Yeah, he missed a catch there.
I think 2 errors were recorded on that play alone.
Yeah, he took his eye off the ball. Yeah, this is what we call the little leaf home run.
Yep, exactly. Gao Guoqing lined this one to left field, and It is off the wall. Another extra base hit for the Lions hitter. An RBI stand-up double for Gao Guoqing.
Yeah, the Lions might want to take a look at that. In 2012, I believe, he was a main piece of the Lions bullpen back during their championship runs.
Yeah, his nickname is Fish Tank. Why Fish Tank? Because his Chinese name sounds just like Fish Tank in Chinese.
Yeah, actually, among teammates, his nickname is Mantou, which in English is like it's like almost like a Asian type of bread.
A bun.
A bun,
yeah.
yes. And looking at his size, because he's a little bit chubby on the chubby side, so he's just a round, just got a round shape. So they're saying that his face kind of look like a mantou, like a bun. So that's why he got the nickname Mantou.
Yeah, very cute looking.
Yes.
To my eye. So Chen Chengwei is on a 10-game on-base streak. He's trying to extend that. He popped this one up in shallow center field. And Lin Jingkai couldn't come up with it. So another run comes in. That's the 7th run for the Monkeys. Chen Chengwei, I believe, is a blooper single for Chen Chengwei.
Yeah, it should be that the Monkeys drafted throughout the years.
But he really cashed in on this opportunity earlier in the season, and he shoot this one to right field, and that will get down for another hit for the Monkeys, and that will bring 2 runners back into the plate. An RBI double for Lin Zhiping. But the throw back to infield seemed to got Lin Zhiping to throw a lot of pitches. He lined this one hard to right field. It gets down for another hit. And the runner on second, Chen Chengwei will definitely come home to score another run. So it's Lin Zhiping to come home to score the 10th run of the Monkeys. Latest player development in the Major League Baseball. But now let's see. A hard hit ball to second baseman. And we have some argument here.
All right, the umpire is you got to call a group meeting to sort this out.
Because the umpire believed that the second baseman called the ball directly, and the monkey attention to this play. So now we might have a result here. So it's an out. So it's a double play.
They called it a double play.
Yep.
And for sure, we got to get an argument from the Monkeys manager.
Monkeys manager Zheng Haoju is out and looks pretty frustrated. And it is something that a lot of people didn't pay too much attention to over the many years in baseball, and now it has gotten a lot of attention.
Yeah, what caught my attention was Trevor Bauer actually did an endorsement of that book, right?
Oh yeah, because he's featured in that book, and he's one of the main characters. And I think his story is something that a lot of players should pay a little attention to, because he's really very unique, and his approach to training is really revolutionary. So Zhu Yishen ground this one to first base. That's an out. Huang Junyan, the pitcher, covered the first in time to get Zhu Yishen out. So we still have a 15-10 games. The Lions are leading. Going on grounded one to second baseman, and 4-3 double play. Great defensive play by Lin Jingkai, the second baseman.
Yes, really come
because back in those days there were not many home runs, and this one is driven hard and deep. Chen Chengwei is there to make the catch. A great catch by Chen Chengwei. But the runner on second, Chen Chongyu, moves up to third. A well-hit ball by Gao Guoqing.
Yeah, a few years earlier, this ball was
a complete different pitcher from him. And this one ground to second. Lin Jingkai started another great double play, and that's the end of the inning. a very quick inning by Zheng Junren, and with some help from his defense. And the manager Lin Yueping is very satisfied with his. Zheng Junren still has to be careful here. Oh! The pitch inside, got the elbow of Liao Jianfu, and that will give up a run for the Monkeys. A fastball inside just slipped out of Zheng Junren's hand.
Yeah, there's a second hit batsman. This interesting to see. I think he's got better command of his split finger today, actually.
Payoff pitch. Grounded to second base. Lin Jingkai is there, and he's throwing to first, and that got the final out of this game. Lin Jingkai really made a lot of great defensive plays in this game, and that's the end of this ball game. So another game above 4 hours, and the Lions scoring 15 runs in this game. And let's take a look at taking their revenge on the Monkeys. Last night they lost to them 17-10, but today they beat them 15-11.